Oh my god. There's construction work going on right next to my room, and you'll have to excuse all the bang bang bang. Treat it like music. So anyway, I'm Abhilasha and you're here with me on my channel, and today's video we are going to talk about organizing your saris in order to save space and in order to save a lot of time as well. Most of us organize our saris by folding them and placing them in our, and the lights just went as well. So most of us organize our saris by folding them and placing them in a pile on shelves in a wardrobe, and that is what I do as well. And if that works for you, please continue just doing that, and don't kind of try and mend what's not broken, so just do that. But in case you're falling short of space or you want to be better organized in terms of your time and your space, then here are a few things that you could maybe try out. So the first thing that I tried was to roll my saris instead of folding them and placing them one on top of the other in a pile. Now I did this as an experiment, and I thought, let me see how many saris I can fit in when I fold them versus when I roll them. So when the saris were folded, there were about 25 to 28 saris in that shelf that you can see here. And when I rolled all of those saris, and here you can see the saris rolled, there's quite a lot of empty space, and I can easily now fit in at least 10 to 12 more saris. So definitely I think it saves a lot more space and it gives you a lot more space. Plus I think, when you roll them, it turns into a little bit of a rosette kind of a structure, and I think it looks so pretty and so beautiful. So I'm really happy with this whole rolling experiment. And somehow when you're rolling the saris, they just make space for, you can kind of stuff in more, they still look beautiful, and it just becomes very easy to make space. Everything is very visible also, you can see everything, you can pull out what you need, and nothing kind of gets affected around it, and then put it back in when you're done. So this was very cool. Now depending upon the structure of your wardrobe, whether it has more depth or more height, you can roll them accordingly. If it has more depth, then make longer rolls, and if it has less depth and more height, then make thicker rolls, so shorter rolls and thicker, and then place them one on top of the other. You could also roll in your petticoats and blouses along with the sari, so that when you pull one roll out, you get everything all in one place, and you don't have to go looking around for the sari and the blouse, which is something that I do a lot. I waste a lot of time looking for the matching blouses and petticoats. So most of you will now say that it ruins the ironing on the saris, and then we have to sit down and iron the saris. So yes, you do have to, and I think even when you fold them, you still have to iron them when you pull them out if you want that absolutely crisp, no crease kind of look. So what I would recommend is that every Saturday or Sunday during the during the weekend, you pick out the saris that you want to wear during the week. So pick out 5 saris or 6 saris, iron those with their blouses and petticoats, and then hang them on individual hangers. Now where do we hang these hangers? Because we have kind of covered the entire shelf with sari rolls. So nowadays you get a lot of these gadgets, I don't know what to call them. So it's basically a hook that you can see here. It's basically a hook with a number of little holes or openings, and then a hook at the end. So you could kind of hang individual saris on each of those openings, and then hang that hook on the cupboard. So it becomes, instead of 5 saris horizontally, it becomes 5 saris vertically, and it ends up saving a lot of space. Then you hang this hook if you have a space in your wardrobe to hang. In case you do not have space to hang and you have very limited space and want to save space, then this one hook can be hung on the door of your wardrobe or cabinet, and in fact you can hang one on each door of your cabinet and wardrobe, and you could pretty much have 10 saris ready to go whenever you need. Now to hang it on the wardrobe door, you would need to either put a hook on the wardrobe door, but in case you don't want to put nails and then I have another solution for you. So all you need is a piece of thread. Now you could get creative with the piece of thread. Use some fancy lace, use some colored ribbons, whatever you need to use. But it basically is thread. I am using the jute fiber dory. So you take a length of your dory, whatever length you need, then you tie the two ends together so it becomes like a garland of thread, and that garland you kind of hook it along the handle of outside handle of the cupboard, and then draw it in, and then on the other loop you can see what I'm doing. You put the hanger or the hook, and then you close the cupboard, so you have without putting in a nail, you have a place to hang your saris and things, and then it gets you really really organized. Then every morning you're not opening your wardrobe and saying, oh, what do I wear today, which is something I do every day, but I'm hoping to get more organized. A lot of us have very heavy saris which are very voluminous, so to say, and these are saris that we wear very very rarely, only on weddings, only at weddings and festivals, Diwali maybe, and the rest of the year they are just occupying space. Something that you could really use is for, you know, my lehenga sari for example. It is very voluminous with a can kind of petticoat under it. If I fold it and keep it, it occupies 3/4 of one shelf. But I decided to put them in this vacuum bag, and the vacuum bag is a little like this. It comes with this lid, so you take the lid out, you put the sari in, and you suck out all the air, and this huge pile of sari and clothes turns into a really thin, beautiful, compact little thing which occupies barely no space in my closet. So all those heavy saris can go in these vacuum bags, and then they are very protected because they are vacuum sealed, and they save a lot of space. The lights are back, and they save a lot of space. So I think these are a very very good investment. I got mine from Amazon and they are working beautifully. And all these, and then these bags could be put under the bed, could be put in a box, could be put in a loft, or just anywhere at all. And even when you're packing, if you're going for a destination wedding and you need to carry all those lehengas and saris and things in one suitcase, just use these bags, compress it into a tiny little pack, and you're ready to go for your destination wedding. These are my tips on organizing saris. These are the things that I have been using. If you have any tips that maybe I did not include, leave them in the comment below. I love to learn from you guys. I hope you found some of the tips useful at least. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.